So, Ange out and Dyche in, according to certain reports. That makes me Ange in. Welcome to your Forest News. Hi guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to your Forest News, where this club just never gives you a break, does it? I tried to have a weekend off. I wanted to see family. I wanted to forget about the trials and tribulations that are Forest. Oh, we've got to talk about Dyche. So if you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well if you are new. Check out OK Jerseys for your football tops for £15. Use code FFTV for 8% off. All right, let's jump into this. So, look, this should be nothing new to you regular watchers. We told you about this 2 or 3 days ago. I had my two different sources saying Ange is getting the Chelsea game, and then I also had another source saying Ange is going and it's Dyche to replace him. Well, it turns out, put those hands together, because it looks like Ange is getting the Chelsea game. And if Ange is sacked, it will be Dyche who replaces him. And this now makes Chelsea the most important game in my living memory. Because I'll tell you now, I'm Dyche out. I don't understand why people are getting excited about Dyche. I really don't. Look, let's go through the article first. So it was in the Telegraph, I think it was. I think it was John Percy talking about it. He says, Sean Dyche frontrunner for Forest job if Ange Postecoglou is sacked. Let's just get into the whole article here. Sean Dyche is emerging as the frontrunner to take over at Forest should owner Marinakis decide to cut his losses on Ange Postecoglou. Former Forest trainee Dyche, 54, lives in Nottingham and has significant experience of keeping teams in the Premier League, and Forest could face a relegation battle this season as they are currently 17th in the Premier League, just one place above the drop zone. Dyche, who could be Forest's third manager this season, last worked at Everton, where he steered the club through the crisis days at the end of Farhad Musari's era before leaving in January. Postecoglou's future has been the burning issue at Forest during the international break, with all parties aware that there could be a parting of the ways. Marinakis is understood, Marinakis is understood to have considered a number of options, including the current Fulham manager Marco Silva, but he would represent a major compensation issue, even if he was prepared to leave his current club. Marinakis is also understood to have considered his former manager Steve Cooper. But he too is currently employed. Thank God for that. Enjoying a strong start as coach of Brøndby in the Danish Super League. An out-of-work manager would mean no immediate hiring issues, and Dyche fits that bill. Dyche was twice promoted to the Premier League with Burnley in 9.5 years at the club, an apprentice at Forest at the end of the great Brian Clough era. He was also a contemporary of Roy Keane. Dyche left without making a first-team appearance before going on to have a successful career in the Football League. Dyche's long-term assistant is Ian Woan, a favourite at Forest, who played in the first team for 10 years in the 90s. Telegraph Sport reported on the 3rd of October that Postecoglou's future at the club is in serious doubt. He is still yet to win any of his 7 games since taking over from Nuno on September the 9th, and has lost the faithful of Merry Forest fans already. Some of those fans chanting, "You're getting sacked" in the morning as the Australian blah blah. We know that bit. Forest play Chelsea next Saturday at the City Ground, with the team currently sitting on 5 points. Postecoglou is still expected to be in the dugout for the match, but Marinakis could well pull the trigger if Forest are beaten again and the fans turn on the manager, leaving Dyche in prime position to take over. Okay, a lot to discuss about it. I mean, this should be no new information to you guys, because we've kind of told you all of this a couple of days ago, and I guess this is confirmation of it. Now, here's a couple of things. I don't know how much of that I actually believe. If Marinakis has gone or thought about Steve Cooper coming back, then I'm sorry, something's wrong with Marinakis right now. Like, we're doing a Billy Davis again. Is that what we're doing here? Seriously, Cooper's ball is appalling to watch. I don't want to go back to seeing that crap. I've got no intention of seeing that crap. And that's why I have no intention of seeing that crap with Dyche in charge. Because Dyche is just a ginger version of Steve Cooper. Every now and again, he'll whip out a Stone Cold Steve Austin stunner and beat an Arsenal or something like that. But his football is utter crap. I'm not interested in watching that. And also, why are Forest or John Percy, because he's the one who wrote the article, turning this into Forest are in a relegation battle? Like, you don't swing the ship's course from title challenging about December, January last year to getting European football to 7 games into the league. You're in a relegation battle. Just grow up. Some of these reporters, honestly, are absolutely pathetic. And the time frames don't even make sense from Marinakis. So, okay, you give Ange Postecoglou the Chelsea game. Okay, let's say he loses it 3-4-0. You've wasted 2.5 weeks. What was the point? What is the point? I'm really starting to get annoyed with some of these decisions that are being made. And why do we have to settle for crap managers that are out of jobs? Why? Forest can do better than that. There's plenty of managers that would take a European team comfortable-ish in the Europa League, a squad that's had 200 million spent on it and everything else. I don't understand why there's suddenly this thing as well. I've been out, right? I've been with family, so I haven't seen too much of this, but I've seen people saying, oh, Ian Wone will be back. Oh, Steve Stone will be back. Oh, their Forest blood is running through. Oh, Sean Dyche lives in Nottingham. He's there every other game. He's a secret Forest fan and everything else. I don't care. I've seen Stuart Pearce take charge of Forest. Yes, we were top in, 2014, until obviously that Spurs game in the Cup, and then it kind of derailed and injuries and what have you, and then bloody Millwall. But I've seen Pearce not do much at Forest. And Pearce is the greatest of legends in my lifetime. But being a great legend does not make you a great manager. Ian Wone and Steve Stone have done nothing in the managerial dugout. And I'll tell you what, if you're that hell-bent on having Ian Wone and Steve Stone, then take them without Sean Dyche. Maybe we'll see, a free kick coach in Ian Wone. He can teach them how to crack one in, top bins and all that. Maybe Steve Stone, we'll see someone who can teach some work ethic into these players. But with Sean Dyche, you are just going to get Cooper ball, cross, low block. We've seen this all before. So if you think we're in a relegation battle, cool. I don't think we're in a relegation battle. We're not. The table isn't settled. Forest win 2 games in a row. Okay, that's Chelsea and Bournemouth. Yeah, you're in the top half of the table. We're then in a relegation battle. Theoretically speaking, of course not. So the knee-jerk reaction is going over the top. So I hope Ange goes and beats Chelsea. I really do. Can he? I don't know. But all this talk it's just pissing me off right now. It really is. And for Sean Dyche to be the name that comes out, we've just let Ross Wilson go to Newcastle. We've been paid compensation from that. I don't know how much it is, but you know what? Use that compensation, and if you really want to sack Ange Postecoglou, go and hire Marco Silva with it. Just do that. It's as simple as that. If you are going to get rid of a mistake, or what you perceive to be a mistake, and I'm talking to Marinakis here, then don't double down the mistake. Don't suddenly panic and be like, maybe attacking football isn't for us and we've just got to play low block football. And that's the only way we get through things. Not how it works. That's not how it works. You either correct the course properly or just stick with Postecoglou. At this stage, I don't really care anymore. I don't care. If Sean Dyche comes in, I've lost energy for Forest. It's that simple. His football is dire. Go speak to the Everton fans. Go see what they say about Sean Dyche. I'll get you guys Everton mic on if this does happen. And you will see, within 10 minutes, you'll be begging for Postecoglou back. You really will. So, look, do I believe this story? I do, because this is what I heard 3 or 4 days ago. But I am seriously pissed off with what they're doing right now at the club. This is turning into a clown show. It really is. The Postecoglou, this is now on you. Go sort it out against Chelsea. Would you take Dyche or not? Let me know in the comments. And if you would take Dyche, are you admitting we're in a relegation fight? Excuse me. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe. Check out the video sponsors. See you on the next one. Come on, you Reds.